Hi, my friends. It is time for math. Now, today we are going to be focusing on the word wait. Okay, can you say that with me? Wait. Now, it's not mean like wait, take your time. It's a different type of wait. It means how heavy something is. So, there are a lot of things that are very, very heavy. Can you name a few things that you know are very, very heavy? Well, I got some. You want to hear mine? First, you got to shout out yours. Okay, all right. So something that's really, really heavy that I think about all the time are like cars, elephants, stuff like that. That's very, very heavy. That's something you can't lift by yourself. Now, there's also the word light, things that are very easy to carry. So, like when I think of that, what do you think when you hear the word light, something easy to carry? What's something easy to carry for you? Okay, so for some examples, it could be feathers. It could be an apple, that's pretty easy to carry, or a pencil, okay? So I have an activity that's gonna help us with our worksheet. Now, today's worksheet, we're gonna be talking about stuff that weighs more, which means it's heavier, and weighs less, which means it's lighter. So I have an activity that we're gonna do real quick before we get into our worksheet, okay? So let me just share my screen. Okay, so I have this little game, and the directions say which object weighs more. So think about it, a real life sailboat or a turtle. Which one weighs more? Which would be heavier? Think about it real quick. Not a toy sailboat, a real life sailboat or a turtle. Which one weighs more? All right, let's check and see. Oh, yep, sailboat. Okay, now it says which object weighs less. Think about this real quick. That means which one's lighter, an acorn or an ant? Which one is lighter? If you picked it up and you had an acorn and an ant in your hand, which one would be lighter, an acorn or an ant? Let's check and see. I'm going to move myself over here so we can see the results. Let's see. That's right, an ant. All right, good job. It says, which object weighs more? We have a watch and a wagon. Okay, a watch and a wagon. Okay, so pretend you had a watch and a wagon in your hand. Which one would be really hard to hold? A watch or a wagon? Which one would be heavier? You think a watch? Let's see, let's see. Uh-oh, nope, it wouldn't be a watch. Let's try that again. Which object weighs more? We have a watch or a wagon. Which one would be heavier? Let's check. Maybe a wagon. Awesome. Okay. Now it says, which object weighs less? So a yo-yo or a real life zebra? Which one would weigh less? Which one would be lighter? Which one would be easier to hold? Let's see. We have a yo-yo and a zebra. You think yo-yo? Let's see. Oh, you are doing a great job. All right, we'll do two more and then we'll move on to our worksheet. This one asks, which object weighs more? Oh, this one's a tricky one. We have a real life rocket or a real life robot. Which one would, if you had both of them in your hand, which would be one that you could not carry at all? A rocket or a robot? Which one would be heavier? You think a rocket? Let's see. Awesome. All right, last one. Okay. Oh, were they asking the same thing? Which object weighs more? Which object weighs more? An eraser, like on top of your pencil, or an elephant? Which one weighs more? So which one's heavier? If you had an eraser in your hand, would you be able to hold it? I think so. What if you had an elephant, a real life elephant in your hand? Would you be able to hold it? No, probably not. So let's see. Which one do you think would weigh more, an eraser or an elephant? Let's see, an elephant. Awesome work, my friends. Okay, we're going to stop that because you guys are doing really good with that. Okay, So what do you need for this lesson today? You're going to need your 5.6 worksheet, some crayons, and a pencil, okay? So you're going to need your 5.6 worksheet, some crayons, and a pencil, okay? So I'm going to pause the screen right now. When you are ready, you can unpause. All right, so you should have your 5.6 worksheets, some crayons, and a pencil. So first things first, let's write our name on top and then we stop. So write your name on top. And then we stop. Okay, you should have your name on top. And then you can put your pencil down for a little bit. Okay, so it's kind of like the game we played, but for all the ones on top, they want us to color the object that weighs more. And then on the bottom, they want us to draw an object that weighs less. But let's start off with this one right here. Okay, so it says color the object that weighs more. Okay, so the first thing, what do we have right here, my friends? An apple. And what do we have next to the apple? We have a balloon. Now think about this really, really quickly. If you had an apple in one hand and a balloon in the other, which one would be a little heavier? Which one would weigh more, the apple or the balloon? That's right, the apple. So with your crayons, you are going to color in the apple because the apple weighs more. Because a balloon is filled with air, and does air weigh anything? Not really. It's very easy to hold a balloon, right? So we're coloring in the apple. We're making sure we're staying inside the lines. All right. So this shows us that an apple weighs more than a balloon. Okay? So this shows us that what weighs more? An apple. And leave the balloon alone. Awesome work. If you need a few more moments to finish up your apple, just pause the video. Okay, so the next one. We have a real life house and a real life horse. Now, both of these would be very hard to carry, right? These would both be very, very hard to carry. But let's think about it. Which would weigh more? A big house or a horse? Which one would weigh more? A huge house that you live in or a horse? That's right, the house. So with your crayons, color in the house. A house weighs more than a horse. Because we might not, I'm just going to put this down, because we might not be able to lift a house or a horse, but if there was an emergency, there are machines that could lift a horse, but only a few machines can lift a house. Okay? So color in the house. I'm going to make mine a little crazy house. I got some blue and some purple. And we're coloring the house because a house weighs more than a horse. All right, so you see my house is a little crazy, but this shows us that a house weighs more than a horse. So we have a house and a horse, and the house weighs more. Are we understanding? Yeah, you guys are doing a great job. Okay, the next thing we have is a milk carton like we have for lunch and a cat. All right, a milk carton and a cat. Now think about it. When you carry a milk carton, you only need one hand, right? But when you carry a cat, you need two hands. So thinking about it like that, if we only need one for a milk carton like we have for lunch, and we need two for a cat, which one weighs more, the milk carton or the cat? Shout it out. That's right, the cat. So with your crayon, color in the cat. I'm going to make mine an orange cat. We're coloring in the cat because the cat weighs more than the milk carton. All right. So this shows us, wait, let me get a little pink nose on that cat. So this shows us that the cat weighs more than the milk carton, okay? So the cat weighs more than the milk carton. All right, we have one more just like that, okay? So they give us a real life caterpillar and a monkey, okay? We have a real life caterpillar and a monkey. Okay. Which one do you think weighs more? Now think about like we did just like this. With a caterpillar, you only need one, just like the car and the milk. The caterpillar only needs one hand to be held up, right? You can hold the caterpillar in your hand. Now I see a lot of adults when they try to take care of a monkey in the zoo, they have to hold it up with two hands, and that's an adult. So let's think about it like that. If a caterpillar you could hold by yourself with one hand, and a monkey you had to hold, an adult had to hold with two hands, which one weighs more? The caterpillar or the monkey? That's right, the monkey. So with your crayon, color in the monkey. And this shows us that the monkey weighs more than a caterpillar. All right, so color in the monkey. All right, so let's go through real quick. An apple weighs more than a balloon. A house weighs more than a horse. A cat weighs more than a carton of milk. And a monkey weighs more than a caterpillar. Okay? So this one focusing on an object that weighs more. Now, if we look right here, it says directions. Draw an object that weighs less. So they give you a caterpillar, a book, a car, and a turtle. And you need to draw an object that weighs less. So if we're thinking about a caterpillar, alligator, what is an object? It can be anything that weighs less than an alligator. So for example, I'm going to do one with you, and then the next three you're going to do on your own. So I'm thinking an alligator weighs a lot. But do you want to know what doesn't weigh a lot? We had it up here, a balloon. So I'm going to take my purple crayon, and I'm actually going to draw a balloon. okay? Because I know a balloon weighs less than an alligator, okay? So I know a balloon weighs less than an alligator, okay? So for the next three, we have a book, a car, and a turtle. For the next three, you're gonna draw an object that weighs less, okay? Take your time and really think, what weighs less than a book? What weighs less than a car? And what weighs less than a turtle? Think about that, and I want you to draw as best as you can the objects that weigh less, okay? And when you are done with these three, I want you to unpause the video and I'm going to show you what you're going to do on the back, okay? So pause the video right now. All right, if you have unpaused the video, that means you have finished all three of those pictures. And if you have, then you are all set to move on. Okay, so for the back of 5.6, they say draw in additional circles to make 10. Now for this activity, what you're going to do is really easy, my friends. You're going to see how many more circles you need to make 10. All right? So actually, the cool thing about this, my friends, you could do this activity with a crayon, okay? You ready? So I'm going to use my orange crayon, okay? So it gives us 3 circles already. So we go 1, 2, 3. The next thing you're going to do is count how many more you need to make 10. So we got 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then if you want, for a little bit of extra practice, you can write the number of how many more dots you added. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But before you write down the number, let's make sure we have 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's count how many orange I have. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to write 7 in crayon. I know, how crazy is Mrs. Bortz being right now? You are going to write the number of how many circles you added to make 10. So you're going to finish off this worksheet by yourself. And when you are all set to have your moms, dad, grandpas, or grandmas submit a picture of the front and the back of this worksheet. I cannot wait to see how well you do with this, and I will see you soon. Bye.